with successes like that one. Let's talk about it with Fox News contributor, former spokesperson for President George W. Bush, Mercedes Schlapp. Mercedes, is this just like what President Bush went through, where he was making gains but press was pushing back?
You know, I think that obviously President Bush experienced his own challenges with the media in terms of his coverage and being able to get his message out. But I have to tell you, for President Trump and his team, it's been even tougher because there's two things here. One is you have the media elitism of basically telling us, the American people, what we should think and how we should think on a variety of topics, including climate change. And then secondly is the mainstream's media personal disdain of this president. They're so blinded by the fact that they personally don't like him. And what I find is that then you lose this whole sense of fairness in terms of reporting. You see the selection of stories that they pick. I mean, my husband this morning was on a different network, and he basically called me up. He goes, guess what my topic is? He goes, a poll on if the president's a liar or not. I mean, you would have never seen that under President Obama. So they don't allow this president, basically, for him to talk about what issues and what he is working on successfully. I mean, Brian, we've seen ISIS lose territory in both Iraq and Syria. We've seen the fact of the North Korean sanctions that was unanimously approved by the United Nations Security Council. That's just on foreign policy. On the economy, there's a renewed sense of hope in our economy, as you've seen coal miners go back to work and in different industries across the board.
And also you look at the fact that 1 million less are on food stamps this time, a work requirement offered in, and if you got the advantages when it comes to the crackdown on immigration, if they just put some type of balance, their critiques would be more valid. The one is sanctuary cities. Attorney General Sessions extremely aggressive, saying if you're going to have sanctuary cities, you're not going to get federal money. And by the way, they're saying on their budget that they released, not the ones that President Obama has out. Department of Justice made that clear. So now they're being pushed. The pushback now is from a city like Chicago and soon-to-be cities all throughout California who are going to sue the president for withholding funds.
Right. And we look at the case of sanctuary cities. This is so simple. It is simply having these cities comply with immigration law. What a concept. For too long, we've seen the Wild West when it comes to our immigration system. We've seen an outdated immigration system that needs modernization, innovation. And what Attorney General Sessions, what President Trump is doing is basically saying, listen, you local officials need to be, local law enforcement need to be working with the federal government to ensure the safety of our citizens in America. Brian, very simple concept, something that should have been applied a long time ago, but under President Obama, he was so blinded by the fact of allowing illegal immigrants into our country that, of course, what have we seen? Crimes from illegal immigrants against Americans. That is where President Trump, he is basically keeping to his promise of keeping Americans safe and ensuring that we get control of this illegal immigration problem.
Absolutely. Shut off the magnet, and you saw that 70% of the border crossings are down. And maybe Rahm Emanuel felt one way when he was working for President Clinton, who sounds a lot like President Trump, and he feels differently now that he's mayor in 2017 with a Republican president. Mercedes Schlapp, always great to talk to you.